So the display is now running on the 5-inch 4D Systems display. We've moved away from the 3.2-inch Nexion display, which, as I said, was just a proof of concept, really, a cheap entry point to proving what I wanted to do. The new display is leaps and bounds ahead of what we were getting out of the Nexion. It's much faster, very clear, very bright. Hopefully, it should read fine in direct sunlight. Everything you would expect in a high-end dash display, motorsport dash display. So I'm really excited for that. It looks really good, which you'll see soon. Although it's quite difficult to capture that on a crummy phone, but you have to take my word for that. Um, Previously, I'd not sort of shown the pots and stuff which were inputs into the ECU. So there we go. We've got three of those messily wired in. You'll have to excuse that. I'm quite new to all this. I'm a software developer, so wiring up and things. Whilst I quite enjoy it, it's all new. So crimping and soldering, I got a lot to learn, but I'm getting there. It all seems to be working quite reliably, which is good. And I haven't set anything on fire or blow myself up. So I guess there's positive to be taken from that. But yeah, the display is good. But let's power up and you can see the sort of difference between the previous one. Okay. Boot up times are similar. There is a ever so slightly longer wait with the 4D Systems display, which I'm hoping to improve. You've got to put a weight in to let things sync up with the Arduino with your Arduino host. Otherwise, it just runs dead slow. Like there there isn't a warning. It doesn't it's not that it doesn't work. It's just slow, which caused some confusion last night. And granted, it was 1 in the morning, but yeah, I got around that in the end. So the 3,500 milliseconds, about 3.5 seconds wait is required. I'm gonna have a play around with that, see if we can shorten that amount of time. But for the time being, it's a little bit slower. Um, Negligible, I think, but we'll see how we get on. The idea is just to keep this powered up when the car's cranking anyway. Not quite sure how I'll achieve that yet, but that's the plan. So we aren't, once the engine starts, we aren't waiting for the screen to boot up again to then display values. We want to know exactly what's happening as soon as the car fires in, or as soon as the engine fires into life. So we'll see about that. I've got to get the thing in the car first, and that's the next challenge. Anyway, again, this works very similar. So we've got warnings. If I adjust some of the inputs here, you see we get a warning, some LEDs, and do the same with the temp. Yeah, knock those back down again, and the warning disappears. Boost is actually voltage in, so that was just a test. I haven't got a map sensor to hand to test this, so I just took voltage in that output. And again, there's a warning on that. So if I bring this down to 12.4, we get a warning. These are just test values, so don't take this too seriously. Yeah, next steps really. I'm gonna have to spend some money. 4D Systems have an IDE and have a pro version of their IDE, so that costs a little bit more money. Frustrating, really. It's quite an expensive display. You'd think that they bundle their full working software to get your potential out of it in the box, but they don't. So that's a little bit more money to spend, and hopefully I can get that all working towards the end of the week. The only thing that's stopping me from doing is actually making the rev counter work. You can see I've got just an image on the screen right now, but that will work towards the end of next week. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's about it. I'm really excited to move forward with this project. Can't wait to see it working in the car actually. So yeah, hopefully speak to you soon. Bye.